Good evening. My name is Roseanne Kaposha White, and I am the Dean of Enrollment Services at Orange Coast College. At this time, we ask that you please stand. Gentlemen, please remove your caps for the National Anthem and Pledge of Allegiance. The National Anthem will be performed by the Orange Coast College Chamber Singers under the direction of Professor Eliza Rubenstein.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Next up, please welcome Jesse Lopez, President of the Associated Students of Orange Coast College, to lead the Pledge of Allegiance.
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jesse. Please be seated, everyone. What a beautiful evening it is. Honorable trustees, platform party guests, Coast District administrators, esteemed faculty, family, and friends, and most importantly, our students. It is my pleasure to welcome you to Orange Coast College's 71st graduation ceremony. Before I continue, I would like to acknowledge and thank the members of Orange Coast College's commencement planning team, honorary guides, and all of those who contributed to the planning and success of today's ceremony. This event would not be possible without the countless hours they have devoted to this year's celebration. Thank you to our many volunteers for making this a successful event. I would also like to thank the OCC Wind Ensemble, directed by Orange Coast College Professor Dana Wheaton, for the wonderful music we have enjoyed this evening. Now, to our amazing graduates, You made it! Congratulations! Today is a day to celebrate all of your hard work, to recognize the challenges and the opportunities you have embraced to get here today. For each of you, today marks a major milestone. The meaning of that milestone is different for each graduate. Many of you may be the first in your family to attend college. For some of you, it is your first time walking across stage to receive a diploma. Some of you are being cheered on by your children in the audience. And many of you are lighting a path for your younger siblings who, like you, can be an OCC pirate someday. Woo! Some of you will be moving across the nation in the coming weeks to continue your studies. And some of you have already entered into your dream career, thanks in part to your hard work at OCC. Today is a day of new beginnings, a day when you can proudly say to the world that you are an Orange Coast College alum. I hope that your time at Coast was the first of many steps along your path to a lifetime of learning, service, and excellence. Now, before we move into the program, there's one thing that I need from this year's graduates. I want to hear the loudest, most earth-shattering cheer from the class of 2019. Can I hear it, please? Wonderful. It is now my privilege. It's now my privilege to introduce our platform party guests, beginning with our Honorable Board of Trustees. First, President of the Board of Trustees for the Coast Community College District, Dr. Lorraine Prinsky. Trustees Jerry Patterson and Jim Marino, who cannot be with us today, send their congratulations to all of our graduates. Trustee David Grant, Trustee Mary Hornbuckle, and Student Trustee Amber Gale. Next, our Coast Community College District leadership team. The Chancellor of the Coast Community College District, Dr. John Weisbenning. Vice Chancellor of Finance and Administrative Services, Dr. Andrew Dunn. Vice Chancellor of Educational Services and Technology, Dr. Andrea Serban. Vice Chancellor of Human Resources, Dr. Marco Baeza. Acting Vice President of Instruction, Dr. Tara Giblin. Vice President of Student Services, Dr. Majid Niramand. Vice President of Administrative Services, Dr. Rich Pagel. Representing the OCC Academic Senate, Lauren Sachs, President of the Academic Senate and Professor of Radiologic Technology. Dean of Students, Dr. Derek Vergara. Faculty Member of the Year, Professor of Fashion, Christina Amaral. Honorary degree recipient, Stephanie Normandin. Representing Alumni Hall of Fame inductee, Gabriel Caliendo. Representing the OCC Alumni and Friends Association, Shayna Jenkins. President of the Associated Students, once again, Jesse Lopez. And this year's student speaker, Abigail Marie Hill. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce the interim president of Orange Coast College, Kevin Ballinger.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to a very special evening for Orange Coast College, the graduating class of 2019. I'd like to take a moment to welcome two of my peers that are in the audience, Dr. Lori Adrian, President of Coastline College, and Dr. Tim McGrath, President of Golden West College. Thank you for joining our celebration. This is a particularly meaningful event for me, being able to address the graduating class as an interim president, because 41 years ago, I was one of you, a graduate of Orange Coast College, from an Orange Coast College allied health program. I never imagined standing on this stage. Orange Coast College has changed my life, and I know it has changed yours too. Orange Coast College is the only alumni association I belong to. I've been to other colleges and graduated, nothing wrong with them, but our foundation is the coolest on the planet. I hope you will always keep Orange Coast College in your heart. And thank you, Dr. Weisfenning, for letting me drive the Ferrari. Throughout the years, Orange Coast College has enrolled more than 1.5 million students. And often, wherever I'm at, I can't escape it. Someone will come up if they find out where you work. Oh, and there's some story they want to tell you about their connection to Orange Coast College. It's really quite unique. But every story I hear, except for the ones I won't tell you about, they talk about how it transformed their lives. Orange Coast College indeed is a very special place. Coming from its roots in 1948, with only 500 graduates, we have a tradition of excellence that carries on at Orange Coast College. And graduates, you are now part of that history. There have been many changes at Coast over the past several decades. Actually, this is our 71st anniversary. But one thing has remained constant: our dedicated faculty and staff, our commitment to providing the highest level of education, and the excellence of our students. Congratulations to all of you. And now I'd like to introduce our first speaker this evening, a student and soon-to-be graduate of the class of 2019. She will be studying psychology at Vanguard University and starting her classes in just a few weeks. So please welcome Abigail Marie Hill.
This is pretty cool. Good evening. A special welcome and thank you to the Board of Trustees, Chancellor John Weisfenning, President Kevin Ballinger, Vice Presidents, Deans, esteemed faculty, friends, and family. And of course, the reason we are here, the graduating class of 2019. They helped us get here. They told us they would. I also need to thank my two daughters, Sydney and Ainsley. Thank you for your unconditional love, unwavering support, and continued patience. I am beyond grateful that you are just as much invested in my college and career goals as I am. Hopefully, I am setting the example of how important a college education really is. I am the luckiest mom that they keep me strong and they keep us going. They have taken my phone away until I finish a paper. They've even questioned my time and quality spent on homework. I think somewhere along the way, the tables have turned. I have built-in accountability. Does anyone else here have teenagers? They are undoubtedly the most opinionated people in this amphitheater right now. That is if they'll look up from Instagram. # Coast Grad, # 2019, # does she mean hashtag? Now I know what you were thinking. Does she know how hashtags work? No. But you're also thinking, I don't look like your typical grad. In fact, I can say with 100% certainty that I never imagined a moment like this would happen. Not so much this terrifying task of being our commencement speaker and the honor, but actually standing here in this moment as a 42-year-old mother of 2 daughters, graduating with 2 degrees from Orange Coast College, and getting ready to start my next chapter. But let me tell you, it's never going to happen like you imagine it. but also it is never too late. It wasn't the journey I had in mind when I was a child imagining, what do I want to be when I grow up and how am I going to get there? I started my college journey immediately following high school in 1994. 1994, when you had to drive to Blockbuster to rent a movie and reading Marvel Comics was still considered nerdy. In 1994, I had to pull over on the side of the road because OJ's white Bronco was coming. Some of you can Google that in a minute. But that's where this graduate is coming from. So in 1994, I arrived at college, wide-eyed, 18, and excited. I discovered sorority life, boys, and that you weren't actually required to go to class. After 2 years of fun, I realized I was just not invested in my education. I moved home and left my college experience behind. Fast forward 20 years, after many jobs, a marriage, and a divorce, I found myself trying to raise 2 daughters in Orange County. It's not that easy. I knew that I needed to make a change and return to school to finish what I once started. It wasn't going to be easy, and like a teenager, I was right. I came to OCC in fall 2016 through CalWorks. It's a government-funded program for low-income student parents, and I have never looked back once. It has been the best decision for myself and my family, solidifying it's never too late to go back to school. But that doesn't mean it hasn't come without hard work, a lot of tears. Seriously, have you taken stats? Determination, and most of all, sacrifices. My children have made the most sacrifices and have been my biggest cheerleaders since my return to college. They have missed my face in the crowd at the school holiday performance because of finals, my voice on the sidelines of a Saturday soccer game because of work, and they have never once complained about the extra early morning drop-offs when I needed to get all 3 of us to 3 different schools by 8 a.m. I am leaving OCC as a different person than I was when I first arrived, and I hope that you can all say the same. I attribute this to personal growth and to the incredible faculty, staff, and my CalWorks family who believed in me and my purpose during those times when I didn't, in programs such as CARE and EOPS for their added support. We all have battles, obstacles, and some of us have barriers, yet we made it here today. These degrees we're earning today is proof that we overcome those obstacles, and we will continue to do so. And for those of us who battle any degree of depression or anxiety, those of us who've had to take it 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, and even 1 class at a time, all of those minutes, hours, days, and classes that seem too hard to bear, they led us here today. We all managed and survived group projects, stats, which let's just be honest, should really be renamed Goodwill Hunting. We survived financial aid, and the biggest survival of all, OCC parking lots. College isn't just textbooks and lectures that we learn from. It's also learning about ourselves and navigating our futures with our strengths. It's about making connections with professors, administrators, and advisors that open doors. All of us have a story to tell, and every one of us should be proud of our story here today. I will take my OCC story with me and continue to build on it at Vanguard University, way over there. I can't go too far. My heart is at the coast. After all, once a pirate, always a pirate. I am going to leave you with the wise words from the great Arthur Ashe, because what would a commencement speech be without an inspirational quote? Arthur's words resonate with me with every hurdle and every triumph, and I hope they will with you too. He said, "Success is a journey, not a destination. The doing is often more important than the outcome." Class of 2019, congratulations, and continue to find success on your journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Abigail. It is no secret that Orange Coast College is regarded as one of the best colleges in California. Am I in the right spot? I am. So, there are many groups that deserve the thanks for helping make our college great. our supported community, our committed board members, a devoted staff, state and national athletic teams. By the way, one of them couldn't be here today because they're up in Fresno at the state championship baseball game. Yay, baseball. We have superb students, but the major difference is our faculty. Our faculty is the best that I can think of, and it makes the college the best it can possibly be. Will our esteemed faculty please stand up and be recognized? And if I could recognize just one particular faculty member. You were introduced earlier to our platform committee, and Professor Christina Amaral, who is our faculty member of the year. Christina changes lives. You should see her in her classrooms. But I have to say, Christina, you've changed my life. My first office was next door to her, and her classroom was next door to that. And as a new faculty member, seeing a true pro in the classroom, even in your early days, has inspired me in my career. And plus, I think you kept pushing me to be a dean and then keep going and all that kind of stuff. So thank you very much, Christina. One other story to tell about her is just recently I was at our faculty academy, which is the brand new tenure track hire faculty, and one of them came up to me and said, I'd like to visit a couple teachers next year. Can you recommend a couple faculty to observe and see how a pro does it? The first person that came to my mind was Christina Amaral. You just have to see how she transforms the lives of her students. Thank you, Christina. If I now could invite Dr. Lorraine Prinsky, our board president, to come at the podium with me, and Stephanie Normandin. Please join me at the podium. This evening, we have the privilege of honoring a very special person who over the years has contributed countless hours to the Orange Coast College community. Stephanie Normandin is a servant leader whose dedication to Orange Coast College exemplifies our college spirit. Through the years, she has volunteered in the Orange Coast College Adaptive Physical Education Program and Annual Science Night. Her positive attitude and enthusiasm for both of those programs and for the college in general are contagious. Trustee Prinsky, based on her immeasurable contributions and years of service to our campus community, it is my pleasure to ask you to present this Honorary Associate of Arts degree to Stephanie Normandin. And now I'd like to ask Shauna Jenkins, President of the Orange Coast College Alumni and Friends, to come forward and introduce our Alumni Hall of Fame inductee.
This year's inductee to the Alumni Hall of Fame is an accomplished culinary professional and a respected and dedicated member of the Orange Coast College community. After graduating from OCC's Culinary Arts program, he returned to Orange Coast College as a faculty member to impart his knowledge and skill that was honed at OCC and at his family's delicatessen. For more than 10 years, he was a member of the prestigious Ritz-Carlton team in Laguna Niguel, holding several positions, and he also traveled to Europe and worked alongside culinary luminaire Paul Bocuse. In 2003, he helped found Lazy Dog Restaurants and also developed its unique and popular menu that has garnered critical and rave reviews. His commitment and belief in OCC is evident by the interaction he has had with OCC students, first through teaching and then through the many culinary students he has hosted at the Lazy Dog Restaurant and Research Development Kitchen. This year's Alumni Hall of Fame inductee was also featured in our district alumni campaign.
Before Gabriel Caliendo co-founded Lazy Dog Restaurant and Bar as the Vice President of Research and Development, he charted his future at Orange Coast College, part of the Coast Community College District. The first in his family to go to college, Gabriel hungered to achieve. He grew up working behind his family's deli counter and earned his chops as a tastemaker. But it wasn't until Gabriel completed the Advanced Culinary Arts program at Orange Coast College that he discovered his own recipe for success. It's where he, like thousands of other students, bridged the connection between academics and real-world success. At Coast Community College District, we do more than educate minds. We foster next-generation leaders. And when the learning that happens here is invested back into our community, all of Orange County becomes our classroom.
Please join me in congratulating our 2019 Orange Coast College Alumni Hall of Fame inductee, Gabriel Caliendo.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's always fun to watch back. I had to tell those people, pretend you actually listen to me. Let me make sure this thing doesn't fall down. So my story really starts, as you heard there, with my parents and this, deli that really I grew up in. And what's so funny is I've got this picture of me in a car seat, and my mom's on one side, my dad's on the other, holding like a bologna over me. And I'm not sure if he's more proud of me or the bologna or what's going on there. But I'd have to say that kind of in the beginning, that is really, where I got so much of what I learned about kind of, how to work hard and work ethic. And it's fun because they're sitting right over here tonight, so it's nice to have them in the house. And then, my wife, Robin, and our two children have always been a support structure. And kind of have always been there to just kind of, taste food, right? Some good, some bad. And the kids are off sailing right now. They're competitive sailors in San Francisco. They left at 4 a.m. this morning. I made them eggs, and they just bolted and didn't eat anything. And but my wife's here. And then I've got my sister and her husband, Billy, and Mason Man. What's up, Mason Man? Over there, and they're always there to support, and they're also, funny enough, always there ready to taste, right? So everyone's always willing to taste. In addition to that family support, the faculty at OCC, I graduated attended 97 and taught till 2002, but there's just a group of people there. I mean, Bill Barber, right? Where? I was looking for you. There you are. And I mean, there's so many of them. Some retired. Dan, Gunther, there's Barbara, Jill, Jeff Gold. Now I'm going to get in trouble because I forget somebody probably, right? But really, they've all been mentors for me. And so really, between kind of my family support and the OCC mentors and other mentors I've had in life, it's really on their behalf and on our behalf that I accept the award, and it's really very, it's humbling and really exciting at the same time. So thank you all very much for your support over the years. But really, it's about you guys tonight, right? So it is. It's about you guys. And what I would really love to hear is if everybody just gave a congratulatory applause for the graduates all together, really loud. Congratulations. That is awesome. And just a few words of encouragement, now that you've graduated and you're moving on. I mean, kind of 3 things that have always really worked well for me is, number 1, find something that you're just very passionate about, right? If you go chasing money or something else,
chances are you won't get either the happiness or the money, right? So find something that you're very passionate about and then work really, really, really hard at achieving, goals within that passion. And everything else will fall in place after that. The second thing is, if you know what you like, find someone who's doing it really, really well. Find somebody that you admire. For me, it was, restaurants or chefs or people that were doing what I thought was amazing and doing it at a level much higher than I thought I could ever achieve. But kind of surround yourself with a company or a group of people that are doing what you think is what you want to be doing, and then learn from them. And the third thing is, honor your mentors, people that are supporting you. It's interesting, and they teach you to, they don't teach you to recognize mentors, right? It's funny, they teach professionals to recognize talent. You got to recognize talent, foster talent, but they don't teach students to recognize mentors. And when you think about it, a mentor is somebody who is basically willing to teach you what they know. They're willing to put a lot of energy into you, and they're not doing it, most importantly, because they have to, right? And that's the big difference. If somebody's willing to do that for you, take advantage of that, but make sure that you give back to them. Make sure that you thank them. Make sure that you're constantly aware of the fact that they spent that time on you. So, at any rate, congratulations. Have a great time tonight and your special evening with your special friends and family that are here. And go Pirates. Give me that.
Thank you very much. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about Orange Coast College's 71st graduating class. Our graduates are from all over Orange County, across Southern California, actually across the United States and around the world. As a matter of fact, tonight we have 236 international students representing 38 countries, making this truly a global institution. In this academic year, we're going to award about 6,000 degrees, associate degrees and certificates of achievements. This year's graduating class will continue their educational journey, some of them will, and transfer. So I want to do this in a little bit of an interactive way. I know I can't mention all the transfer schools, but that's kind of fun, right? So if you're out there, or if the family knows, and you're transferring to, say, UCI, there you go. How about UCLA? UC San Diego? Other University of California? Another big part of our transfer is our Cal State system. So how many of you are going to Cal State Fullerton? Ooh. How about Cal State Long Beach? Another cheer for some of the other Cal States. Yeah. How about a cheer for all the private institutions like USC? Okay, one more cheer. I don't want Jesse to feel lonely. How many people are going to find Jesse at UC Berkeley in the fall? Others of our graduates are starting with exciting high-growth professional careers. You may notice some of these certificate awards and degrees printed in your program, so please make sure you look at those. I can't mention all of them. We have over 50 careers at Orange Coast College that we train for, so I'm going to try to do this in clusters, right? So my alumni group, how many here are from the allied health professions? Yes. Okay, everybody has to outdo those. How about from Gabriel's group, hospitality and culinary arts? Fashion, interior design. Early childhood. Wow. How about some of our tech programs like welding, construction, HVAC, machine tech, and architecture? How about some of our career programs in the arts, such as digital media, film, video, and photo and dance? By the way, our live streaming is being done by our film TV program. How about aviation programs like airframe power plant and pilot training? How about some business folks from accounting, computer tech, and real estate? Fantastic. There's one other group I want to recognize separately. These groups, while on campus, have demonstrated leadership, integrity, selfless service to their fellow students and the community college. They are wearing special medals to commemorate their service to our nation. May I ask the graduates who are U.S. military veterans to stand up, and everyone join me in recognizing their service to our nation. Thank you. I have to dismiss you, right? You may seat. We are proud of each and every one of your achievements. Parents, family, and friends, thank you for supporting our students and for making the necessary sacrifices for our student success. If I could ask our students to congratulate those in the audience that are supporting you, please turn and face your audience and thank them. So how am I doing, Chris? I'm keeping my classroom interactive. So now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, the conferring of our degrees and certificates. Students, I would like to ask you to follow honorary guides by row. You'll follow them. I think some of you have practiced this. You're going to follow them out of the aisles and into the back of the stage. There'll be a crisscrossing pattern. They'll pick you up on the other side and take you back to your seats. I would ask that all of the students go back to your seats. We have a real good routine here. We'll do this as quickly as possible. We want to mention everyone's names. And once you're all done and have taken your seat, I will ask our board president to formally accept the graduating class. So, will the presenters please take their places at the podiums? The honorary guides, please begin the processional.
Our first graduate, Jesse Lopez. Abigail Marie Hill.
Nick Mendoza III.
Marty Tucker.
Yadira Acosta.
Larissa Lauren Hackey.
Miguel Mejia.
Amanda Taylor Wilson.
Angel Guevara Cortez.
Emily Pavlik.
John Romstead.
Jessica Vargas.
Martin Pham.
Salima Madani.
Elizabeth McKissick.
Yahira Samino.
Andy Herrera Morado.
Kessie Nicole Bird.
Jacob Shaw.
Debbie Q.
David Chavez.
Teresa Van Osten.
Olivia Lisa Villa Prada.
Brenda Ordaz.
Severin Para.
Reina Beltran.
Ariel Haney.
Daniela Nunez.
Christian Ibanez.
Francisco Villaseñor.
Eric Andrade.
Christopher John Moreno.
Joseph Valadez. Nice job.
Marcia Elaine Robinson.
Aaron Partine.
Summer Maida.
Christopher Randall.
Carlos Gonzalez.
Sun Win.
Leticia Madrigal.
John Tolopani.
Jamal Javon Sam.
Crystal Boyer.
Gustavo Barcenas.
Mark Kudik.
Travis Rogers.
Delaney Kunin.
James Hamill.
Dominic Kunin.
Hao Nguyen.
Donovan Diaz.
Richard Thomas Ludwig.
Nina LaPerry.
Kathy H. Trang.
Evan Non Carroll.
Wendy Davala.
Allison Cuff.
Tyler Rasmussen Phillips.
Megan Latimer.
Emily Rose Nelson.
Dahlia Gonzalez.
Mabi Marlene Angulo.
Ashley Blanco.
Emma Katrine Morrison.
Michelle Gonzalez.
Henry Pham.
Marissa Johnny Navarro.
Alan Ray Gonzalez.
Carlos Emmanuel Murillo.
Minami Unimoto.
Savitip Tiptap Lepaiti.
Minami Ikeda.
Yasmin Casey.
Tao Nguyen.
Tu Min Nguyen.
Jesse Reyes.
Cindy Lee.
Sean Golden.
John Landry.
An Nam Nguyen.
Matthew Gemeinhart.
Tran Tran.
Chelsea Gonzalez.
Nelly Virotoro Ruiz.
Daisy Young Lee.
Martin Padillo San Juan.
Olivia Yaki.
Andrea Consuelo Vergara.
Zachary Letson.
Allison Suzanne Wittenberg.
Sylvia Pearl Cantagna.
Kathleen Lunsford.
Sarah Ghazi.
Jessica Rena Lewis.
Mohammed Ismail.
Caitlin Ann Bates.
Kayla Mercour.
Kat Makaroff.
Aria Gittleson.
Irene Cardenas.
Tegan Roberts.
Mai Nguyen.
Autrey Harper.
Alistair Scott Dahlberg.
Alejandra Evelyn Morales.
Victoria Parker.
Mai Sato.
Santiago Alejandro Manrique.
Jared Vaughn.
Stefan Halachian.
Joanna Maldonado.
Carlos Lopez.
Raymond J. Kim.
Brian Lee.
Maritza Balmacerda.
Noah Jordan Ritter. Alexandra de Los Angeles Oliveira.
Dat Kong Pham.
Fernanda Carrillo.
Sophia Silva.
Kayla C. Ezel.
Michael Williams.
Viviana Reyna.
Leah Estrada.
Amy Nguyen.
Madeline May Haskin. Alfredo Heredia.
Sankani Natali.
John Franklin Baker Jr.
Han Do.
Frederick Kevin Tomlin.
Nan Nguyen.
Rashonda Lynn Tinson.
Misty April Smith.
Jocelyn Victor.
Martha Sanchez.
Akil Carter.
James Elan Panotes.
Andrew Smith.
Sandy Riza.
Bianca Setgas.
Miranda Tran.
Leslie Franco.
Yes, I'm going to say it. Colby Stephen LeBounty.
Yvonne Canepa.
Kevin Clark Tomlinson.
Cynthia Mayorga.
Patrick Fan.
Esmeralda Alberto.
Frank Eric Mendoza. Carlos Medina.
Chase Williams. All right, Chase, well done.
Min Tri Dang.
Jeanette Marquez.
Albert Adrian Gaona.
Sarah E. Diaz.
Catherine Rose Ferry.
Brian Tuan Tran.
Garrett Taylor Cook.
Tina Wynn.
Heriberto Harry Morales.
Michael Izimoto.
Dwee Pham.
Ruben Angel Zinsu.
Tuan Hu Nguyen.
Andrea Montez.
Charles Richard Graham.
Corina Sea.
Juan Arredondo.
Germina Cesari.
Ethan Nguyen.
Elizabeth Vela.
Jamie Orozco.
Twang Tang.
Henry Rowling.
Miguel Angel Meza.
Jimmy Hughes.
Stephen Richard Clamp.
Megan Ann Moss.
Brett English.
Ricardo Sanchez.
Michael Williamson.
Marines Resendiz.
Ian Teal.
Tu Yang T. Lee.
Joshua Ray Esparza.
Christopher Robert Sinico.
Hannah Dugan.
Kevin Michael Kison.
Anthony Conception Gonzalez.
Michael Royce Ceja.
Crystal Rose Podesta.
Joseph Sacklot.
Caitlin Teresa Colvert.
Siobhan Danielle Cortez.
Sophia Cunningham.
Gina Marianne Ernst.
Nikki N. Persett.
Jason Patrick Helfide.
Andrew Kessler.
Morgan Emily Anderson.
Lauren Howard.
Daisy Alejandra Miranda.
Megan Doyle.
Jasmine Trujillo.
Laura Mills.
Wendy Yasmin Zuniga.
Lisa Marlene Gomez.
Stephanie Lopez.
Ten Vu.
Sheza Kangade.
Ashley Loren Kustik.
Mia Opa.
Andrew Nguyen.
Fung T. Big Nguyen.
Sarah Smith.
Hi. Lynn Marion.
Aveen Morandi.
Jocelyn Santiago.
Mega Lee Hagerman Schaefer.
Martin Nguyen.
Eduardo Weinberg.
Ni Hua.
Natalie Schlater.
Lin Ho.
Emily Perez.
Sang Ho.
Gabriela Teixeira.
Dan Vu.
Megan Munoz.
Cecilia Javier Reyes.
Tyler Nguyen.
Omar Al Juma.
Sherry Nak Win.
Dylan Dean Mayer.
Natisha Subani.
Nina Faridnia. I got it.
Natalia Torres Yanez Sanchez.
Brooke Ellen Netzer.
Patrick Pestaniches.
Olivia Claire Jacobson.
Jace Alexander Tolson.
Veronica Sue Roberson.
Alberto Ruiz.
Noemi Briescas.
Dat Cao Deng.
Janet Frausta.
Travis Ibarra.
Dennis Hugh Chung.
Kathleen Villa.
Quentin Barwick.
Alex Camacho. Mariel Turnbull Black.
Carlos Nunez.
Alex Shapperstein.
William Leiby.
Cao Hu Tran.
Erica Supiko Henderson.
Brian Nguyen.
Eliana Agrayo Morales.
Giovanni Nahara.
Marina Nakachi.
Martin Cancino.
May Sugihara.
Monica Burgon.
Tao Duong.
Calvin Musquez.
New Pham.
Daryl Anthony Roberts.
Ket Pham.
George A. Villa.
David Kung Nguyen.
Gregorio Kea.
Cao Nguyen Anhang.
Jacob Andrew Weller.
Andrea Ramirez.
Perla Velasquez.
Sarah Ojani.
Robin Muir.
Jesse Blanco.
Rainer Benega Pellegrin.
Mark Solomon.
Craig Gilbert.
Feronia Eheb Beckett.
Adriana Gomez. Carlos Martinez.
Robert Corey Running Wolf Garcia.
Mark Quayle.
Eddie Sarat Sules.
Devin A. Quintana.
Deborah Oriema.
Hannah Carmen Armenta.
Ahmed Amin El Said.
Kara Janine Dillard.
Tien Man Tran.
Jeremy Marquis.
Morgan David James Richardson.
Victor Anthony Romero.
Martin Alvarez.
Martin Allen Flores.
Hidetoshi Motosaki.
Celia Rice.
Marcy Agaluz.
Juri Mariyama.
Robert Osidiguera.
Sitlali Diana Venegas.
Denise Yvette Topete.
Eric Gregory Palmer.
Christy Crisostomo.
Rachel Jean Rosen.
Karen Schwant.
Miguel Alvarez Chavez.
Olivia Van Sky.
Mina Azizi.
Jogan Anthony Rielsheimer.
Lynn Nguyen.
Joseph S. Pendergrass. Just like Jerry Pendergrass.
Carson John Kapernash.
Sumiro Agacano.
Jose Enrique Herrera.
Javier Ricardo Carvajal.
Myrna William Atta. Kimmy Twee Johnston.
Dewey Cal UMD.
Sibelius Lopez.
Tu An Vu.
Mizuho Arano.
Tan Bui.
Maho Ibata.
Sun Do.
Nicole Jolliffe.
Don Tien Wang.
Daniel LaRocco.
Nolan Putnam.
Jocelyn Margoth Barrios.
Paige Ainsley Fultz.
Isel Romero.
John Noldy Sanowski.
Jennifer Liu.
Jordan Alyssa Martin.
Daisy Lisbeth Herrera Sanchez.
Julie Mariano.
Valeria Gonzalez Cruz.
Darius Kennedy.
Lizzie Monique de los Santos.
Emily De La Torres.
Genevieve Quintero.
Yuri Moriaki.
Andrew Putnam.
Galia Patricia Allison.
Bailey Izumita.
Mika Katerina Popovich.
Shay Green.
Isabel Anaya.
Catherine Gomez.
Jaime Saldana.
Colin Michael Breedlove.
Eric Juarez.
Christopher Huerta.
Alicia Leanne Homasa.
Julius Patterson.
Savannah Saprel.
Jaden Vieira.
Chantel Fillion.
Jeremy Vu Nguyen.
Camille Vargas.
Caitlin Nguyen.
Megan Lafuente.
Alexis Trong.
Malik Skillern.
Matthew Michael Glendon.
Cynthia Ortega Schultz.
Joshua James Griffin.
Joanna Asua.
Yvonne Nguyen.
Miyu Hirakawa.
Elena Catherine Pierce.
Vanessa M. Donabedian.
Michelle Anderson.
Leah J. Adamson.
Milalani Awana McGee.
Charlene Sanchez.
Brooke Nguyen.
Michaela Sky Acosta.
Amarani Mahia.
Tarek Masri.
Esmeralda Tetsitzing Madrigal.
Kennedy Coons Yule.
Brandon Ramirez.
Wan Ye Cho.
Jasmine Garcia.
Io Takamura.
Jocelyn Mendez.
Ayaka Tushima.
Melanie Ramirez.
Michelle Chavarin.
Dom Wynn.
Abby Hernandez.
Tram Wynn.
Marbrisa Diaz.
Zachary Leclerc.
Maria Herminia Sanchez.
Mana Seichang. Eduardo Yanez.
Christina Marie Itz.
Abdelaziz Mosa.
C. Nguyen.
Bira Santos.
Lin Nguyen.
Stephanie Pham.
Quinn Fan.
Tatiana Alves.
Melissa Pineda.
Guillermi de la Vina Nunez.
Adriana Arceli Guardo.
Thompson Choop.
Yuta Fujiwara.
Stu Villamar.
Kayla Min Trong. Sora Mamiya.
Lori Mias.
Mizuho Ida.
Rafael Mesach.
Akane Kimura.
Rafael Arceo.
Ciara Marie Crisostomo.
Sasan Safrang.
Saki Okada.
Nathaniel Kyle Lewis.
Junia Kusida.
Kyle Aaron Kirschner.
Masato Moriyama.
Maverick Nalvalto.
Katie Justine Canas.
Man Min Nguyen.
Rodolfo Junior Mendoza.
Enrique Gavarito.
Maria Jose Roman.
Emily Patino.
Shervin Ganavati.
Caitlin Santoyo.
Mark Anthony Diamas.
Eduardo Duarte.
Diana Danitza Martinez.
Luz Esmeralda Malodano.
Maribel Marisa.
Natalie K. Walters.
Juan Rosendo.
Matthew Baker.
Chenny Cruz.
Joshua Dayhoff.
Ifat Abbas Mughal.
Nicole Noel Freed.
Blanca Ahelka Gaeta.
Deanna Freed.
Fred Anthony Batista.
Amanda Marie Jeffers.
Yulang Cao.
Monique Suter. Brandon Robinson. Riley James Blake. Stephanie Garcia.
Yu Lei.
Michelle Schultz.
Kevin Lee.
Maria Elena Obando Norena.
Sean Tian Wang. Tommy Tai Tak.
Jessica Meza.
Catherine Hong.
Jennifer Yvonne Pardo.
Katie Lee.
Quinn Fan.
Kayla Ellen Bryn Melmine.
Matthew James Kinslow.
Kim Young Johnson Men.
Talon Stradley.
Jason Oscar Gonzalez.
Trent Stradley.
Rebecca Ellen Mannert.
Nguyen Uy Vu.
Karina Rosas.
Bailey Jetlin.
Trini Marie Whitwell.
Jimmy Dang Pham.
Trey Leilani Maximum.
Farin Sadari.
Alicia Yvonne Cortez.
Faranak Zar Arvuz.
Marie Shelby Pine.
Cindy Wrestler.
Misty Renee Miner.
Kayla Stapish.
Shelby Carol Dolan.
Lucy McAllister.
Farron Bjornson Smith.
Alexandra Catherine Blabon.
Alicia Lee Mitchell.
Lucille McArath.
Lena Eleanor Falancia.
Tristan Herman.
Maribel Torres.
James Napolitano.
Robert B. Montgomery.
Orisa Jimenez Mesa del Castillo.
Benjamin Keene.
Yinan Fu.
Aaron Mate Mate.
Alex Hien Bon.
Jacqueline Veronica Martinez.
Brendan J. Cox.
McKenna Lee Caskey.
Nico Gabrick Lewis.
Lee Lee.
Atif Kumar Ahmed.
Erica Marie Sweet.
Thomas Christopher Ashworth.
Avi Joseph Spitzer Tilchin.
Katie Sant.
Fong Nguyen.
Mariah Macias.
Lon Ho.
Riley Ann DeLucio.
My Fam.
Jessica Gagnon.
Tao Tran.
Daisy Dina.
An Lee.
Elliot Thacker.
Reno Inagaki.
Joanna Sanchez.
Risa Udagawa.
Matthew Hernandez.
Rena Okada.
Christian Ricardo Sotelo.
Kiko Lee.
Jennifer Robles Fitz.
Claire Lau.
Priscilla Fares.
Morris Lau.
Dalia Ortega.
Rafael Delgado.
Alexandra Charfella.
Marco Villegas.
Fatin Hassan.
Samantha Joy Ehlers.
Linda Ali.
Stevie Ray Kenton Smith.
Karen Tax.
Young T. Kim.
Shannon Dimrest.
Yuen Liang.
Genesis Alcevedo.
Natsuko Yamaguchi.
Maria Concepcion Ardon.
Runa Yahara.
Tierra Chanel Kent.
Nanami Miki.
Michaela Marie Gideon.
Ryuichi Utsu.
Itzel Valle.
Yumi Suzuki.
Stephen Rodriguez.
Moe Tanaka.
Vin Pham.
Ashley Benabe.
Priscilla Hernandez.
Brittany Ann Kuhn.
Chloe Belshi.
Marlene Ramirez.
Pauline Louise Portasio de Jesus.
Jessica Lopez.
Anne Van Lee.
Min Ann Pham.
Kiara Mayumi Tomruno.
Tu Nguyen.
Tiffany Kwan.
Miu Matsuoka.
Kevin Christian Santos.
Azusa Kataoka.
Vet Cal Vang.
Saya Nishimoto.
Josie Marie Stoffergren.
Veronica J. Morales. Mariam Rehaman.
Joshua Jordan Robles Deloa.
Ant Wang.
Colin Hall.
Michael Garza.
Haiti Lopez.
Reem Dakilba.
Mary Lopez.
Ann Wang Mai.
Josiah Bayo.
Dang Kat Lee.
Jocelyn Bello.
Say it again.
Brittany Danae Dollison.
Hiriso Yamahara.
Vanessa Avalos.
Kelly Urbano Pineda.
Jacqueline Conde.
Kokona Matsubuchi.
Keith Anthony Nakwi.
Erina Soma.
David Antonio Garcia.
Fatima Leon.
Anthony Buskey.
Trong Nguyen.
Karina De La Rosa.
Moshkan Duraji.
Rogelio Barragan.
Ann Ton.
Alejandra Berrigan.
Phuong Min Tran.
Desiree Sarah Mack.
Tuet Nguyen.
Janelle Maxwell.
V. Quang Nguyen.
Jonathan Walter Sorensen.
Ja Tenderjeet Boparai.
Daniel Dabasio.
Tang M. Hua.
Memphis Pro.
Hui Wen.
Diana Alvarez.
Yen Nguyen Fong Lei.
Oliver Wayne Chan.
Trang P. Nguyen.
Lynn Lee.
Nguyen Hu Van.
Tui Huynh.
Nu Pham.
Trin Tan Nguyen.
Tan Lee.
Kara Castanon.
Dan Lam.
Sahar Zevagari. Louisa Bergani Rodriguez.
Twin Nguyen.
Sahar Sultani. Lida Gord.
Josie Konkalvi Shoraka. Marina Edward.
Nushi Radar.
Danilo Concha Diaz.
Armando Hernandez.
Ali Mohammed.
Rosalia Alvarez. Maria Hernandez. Miriam Hernandez.
Hernan Navarro.
Ivory Spencer.
Rowan Khalid Mohammed.
Tao Hong.
Toa Duong. I love that name.
Quang Tran.
Ryan Thomas Bodmar.
Joshua Daniel Barrett.
Jamie Jones.
James Stephen Gordon Todd.
Sugul Sala.
Tina Lee.
Oceana Russo.
Naho Sakura.
Alejandra Lopez.
Gary Luna.
Sarah Fari.
Quan Long Tran.
Selena Molina.
Hui Chen.
Esmeralda Molina.
Yushuan Lee.
Khadija Noor.
Loisa Garcia.
Salabrisa Ma Ramirez.
Dana Danielle Guzman.
Sarai Torones.
Amanda Lali Portela.
Vanessa Leva Severiano.
Amy Lynn McBride.
Mihailo Yosefovich.
Samantha Nicole Christensen.
Ayako Komori.
Lauren Autumn Avia.
Ashima Kumar.
Renanan Lorraine Parker. Raylyn Denson. Jacqueline Bianca Perez.
Christine Elizabeth Keller Mokechski.
Stephanie Garcia.
Ni Tien True.
Macy Day.
Diana Berenice Moreno.
Claudia Margaret Rose Santoyo.
Jordan Taylor Lonsway.
Wendy Yasmin Regalado Rayo.
Eric Michael Jimenez Maya.
Asha Nair.
Vanessa Baltasar.
Valentina Marie Yamaz.
Florentina Villasenor.
Darath Pura.
Kin Chan. Fung Nguyen.
Sovatkania T.
Alexandria Elizabeth Holly Wall.
Takuya Yamashita.
Eduardo Ruvantalba.
Jose Medina. Justin Larios.
Erin Christine Roberts and her service dog, Zia.
Kensho Adichie.
Shinatsu Okinaka.
David Sonnenberg.
Wow, that was fun. Does anybody need their picture taken? Okay, we're only about 5 minutes until we're done. I'd like to invite Board President Dr. Lorraine Prinsky to join me at the podium. Members of the Board of Trustees, Chancellor Weisfending, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration, I present to you Orange Coast College's 71st graduating class.
Okay. Okay. I have to say some magic words before we move on, okay? Now, on behalf of the Coast Community College District Board of Trustees, I accept the class of 2019 and authorize the receipt of your earned degrees and certificates. May you continue your pursuit of personal achievement and strengthen your commitment to our society. Now, congratulations, graduates of 2019. Please stand. Okay. Okay, let's make it official. You may now turn your tassels from the right to the left.
Thank you, Dr. Prinsky. If you could have a seat for just a moment. Congratulations, we are very proud of you and we wish you all the best. Thank you for your continued support of Orange Coast College. And I'm going to call Dean Kaposha White back to the stage and she will give us some instructions on how we recess. We have to be formal about everything here. So, Roseanne.
Graduates and guests, we ask that you please remain seated just for a few minutes longer for the recessional until the platform party, faculty, honorary guides, and graduates have exited the amphitheater. After, please join us outside of the box office plaza where you can meet your graduate and their favorite faculty and staff. The plaza is located near the main gates where you entered the amphitheater today. The reception is graciously hosted with the support from the Associated Students of Orange Coast College and highlights the talent of our food services and culinary arts program. Graduates, please remain seated until you are directed to exit by your honorary guides. Thank you for joining us this evening. The recessional will now begin.